So students, let us begin with the modes of transfer of heat. One, we have seen already conduction, that is the transfer of heat which takes place in the solid substances. Then the second one is convection. The transfer of heat takes place in liquids and gases over here. So we will learn about this. Then third one is radiation, and the radiation where there is no any medium, means it is an empty space, that is vacuum. Okay, so let us start with the convection. Here we have one activity. I have shown you here through the diagram. This is a beaker. In this beaker we have some cold water, and with the help of this candle the heat is transferred to this bottom of the beaker, and the molecules inside this beaker, that is the water molecules, they are moving. Okay, so basically it is a kinetic energy. We are not studying about this in this chapter, but the movement of the molecules of water is nothing but what? The kinetic energy. Okay, so let us see what happens to these molecules of water when they are heated. Okay, so what happens, students? When water is heated, the water near the flame, so the water, that is the water which is to the bottom, which is near to the flame, gets heated up first. Means hot water gets heated first. Then what happens to this hot water? This hot water, it rises up. See here I have shown the direction. Okay, so here what happens? The hot water rises up. Then the cold water, here upside it will be the cold water, because now down to the bottom of the beaker the heat is transferred first, and that is why this water gets heated fast and this water gets heated first. And immediately this water, what happens? The molecules these of water rises up, and at the same time the molecules of water which is to the upper layer of the beaker, these get transferred or moves down towards the source of the heat. Then again what happens? This water also gets heated, and this water also gets hot and rises, and water from the sides again what happens? They move down. Means here the water which is present, it moves down, means it takes place of the hot molecules of the water, and again this water also what happens? Gets hot and rises up. Then the side molecules of the water, they move to the place where the heat is placed, where the flame of the heat is placed. So this process is a continuous process. Okay, so from the sides they again move down, and this process will continue till the whole water gets heated up. This process will be continued till the whole water is heated up, and this mode of heat transfer is known as what? Convection. See, here I have shown the convection current. Convection current means what? The molecules of heat are moving. They all are moving in all directions. Okay, here when the bottom of the water gets heated, it rises up and takes place at the upper layer. The upper layer water molecules get passed to the down in the downward direction, and this is the process how it continues. Okay, so here are the warm water molecules which rises, and here is the cold water molecules which are in descending down. These are the cold water molecules which are descending down, and these are the hot water molecules which are moving upwards or which are rising. Okay, so this is how the convection or heat transfer takes place, and this mode where the heat transfer takes place is known as what? Convection. That is the mode of transfer of heat from the hotter part of a fluid, that is here, from a hotter part of a fluid, that is liquid or gas, to its colder parts, by the movement of liquid or gas itself is known as what? Convection. So the transfer of heat by convection can take place only in liquids and gases. Okay, it is due to the reason that the particles in liquids and gases can move more freely. They move about freely, and that is why in gases and liquids such kind of transfer of heat takes place. Okay, so let us see the three kinds of convections. One is convection in water, the other one is convection in air, and the third one is sea and land breezes. Okay, so the transfer of heat by convection cannot take place in solids. Okay, this is only in terms of conduction. The convection does not take place in the solids because the particles in the solids are fixed and they are at a place and cannot move about freely. So it is also not occurred in empty space or vacuum because there are no particles of any kind in empty space which can move and transfer heat. Okay, students, so convection in water, how the convection in water takes place? That is, water is already a poor conductor of heat. You know it very well. Water is a poor conductor of heat. So due to this reason, it cannot transfer heat by conduction. It cannot transfer heat by conduction. So how does it transfer the heat? It transfers the heat by the convection. Then also air. Air is also a poor conductor of heat, and that is why air transfers heat from its hotter parts to the colder parts by the process of convection. Then sea and land breezes. Okay, the blowing of sea breeze and land breeze in coastal areas is generally occur due to the convection of heat in air. So these are the three kinds of examples regarding convection in water, convection in air, and convection which takes place in the sea and land. Okay, and this is the activity through which we understand how the water molecules they pass. I hope you're clear about this. Okay, the third one is what? Radiation. Okay, so you already know that every object radiates heat. Means we have seen how the metals conduct heat, isn't it? We have seen how the liquids and gases conduct heat, but we also get heat. How do we get heat? We get heat from the sun, isn't it? From where do we get heat? That is sun energy or sun light. Okay, so that is the sun from where we get the heat. So sun is very far from us, isn't it? How do we get heat from sun? Is there any medium between we and sun? No, there isn't any medium, or there isn't any air which passes the sunlight or the sun heat to our body or to us or to the earth. So how the sun or how the heat is passed to us? That is through the process of radiation. Means here there is no any medium because it cannot reach us by conduction or convection, as there is no medium such as air, and in most part of the space between the earth and the sun, from the sun the heat comes to us by another process that is known as what? Radiation. So the transfer of heat by radiation, it does not require any medium. It can take place whether a medium is present or whether a medium is absent. Okay, so when we sit in front of a room heater, okay, this is one of the example of radiation. When we sit in front of a room heater, that is during winter season, we sit in front of a room heater. Do you need to go near the fire so that you can feel warm? Do you need to go near the fire, very near? No, you do not need to go to the fire or near to the fire. Just if you sit in the room heater, then we get heat by this process. That is, we get heat through the radiation. The heat is passed through the radiation up to us, and that is why we feel warm or we feel hot. Okay, again we can take one example, that is a hot utensil kept away from the flame cools down as it transfers heat to the surroundings, isn't it? We have already seen that is a hot pan. If it is moved from the flame and if it is kept away from the flame, it cools down after some time, isn't it? So when it cools down, what happens? It has already radiated, or it has transferred the heat to the surroundings, means it has radiated the heat to the surroundings. So our body too gives heat to the surrounding and receives heat from it by the radiation process. So all hot bodies, they radiate heat, and when this heat falls on some objects, a part of it is reflected and a part of it is absorbed, and a part may be transmitted. So the temperature of the object increases due to the absorbed part of the heat, means the heat which is absorbed, that is passed, isn't it? Yes. So students, we have seen that how the hot bodies radiate heat. That is, all hot bodies, they radiate heat. We also radiate heat. Every object radiates heat in its surroundings. Okay. So what happens when the sun's heat or the heat is falling on particular object, or when it falls on particular object, what happens? A part of it is reflected, means, for example, if we say this is an object over here, then this heat is reflected back, a part, not full or not all the heat, some of the part of heat is reflected back to the sun or the source, any source, okay, and then a part is absorbed by that particular object, okay. So it is absorbed and a part may be transmitted. So some part may be transmitted in the surroundings, okay. So the temperature of the increases. So if this is the object and the object temperature is increased, this is all because of due to the absorbed part of the heat, that is this. That is because of the absorbed part of the heat, and that is why we are advised to use an umbrella when we go out in the sun. So are you getting why do we need to carry umbrella when we go out in the sun? Okay, so just try to find out the reason behind this and let me know. Okay, so this is how the object is experiencing the heat, and this is how the heat is reflected back, and a part is absorbed and the remaining part is transmitted.